brought on by the pandemic. The latest numbers, though, out this week seem to point to potential slowdown coming. October pending home sales fell 1.1% month on month after a substantial run up there. That was off of a consensus estimate of 1.1% increase. Now, those who have homes, though, as we've been talking about, have really been pouring money into upgrades. The home improvement boom continued to be fueled by Americans investing in a significant way into their homes. And the latest numbers out from ANGI Homeservices seem to continue to support that. Angie Hicks is ANGI Homeservices Chief Customer Officer. She's also owner of Home Advisor. Angie, it's great to have you on today. I'm looking through the numbers here. An average project here, $13,138. That is a $4,000 increase roughly from the year before. What are they spending the money on?
Sure. The State of Home Spending Report just came out, and we found that they're spending about $13,000 a year on their home improvements, up from $9,000 last year. And it's for a number of things. Top of the list is bathroom remodels. They were typically always high on the list. We also have interior painting and flooring to round out the top three.
Angie, the other interesting thing here from the report was an emphasis on millennial spending here, out of age groups spending the most on home improvement projects this year, nearly $10,000. Talk to me about that, because the expectation there would be, obviously, as a millennial, I'll just share it, that millennials don't have homes, which is obviously false here. But the other one would be that, they don't have enough money saved up to actually put money into home improvement projects. So is a lot of that just coming from the fact that we've seen homes get so expensive that maybe they're getting fixer-uppers here that would require some work and money to be invested?
We're certainly seeing millennials start to buy homes in larger numbers, especially with the pandemic, where, the thought of quarantining inside an apartment doesn't seem very appealing. So housing becomes more attractive to them. They're buying fixer-uppers and they're putting their dollars to work there. They're taking dollars that they would have spent on entertainment or on travel and using that for their homes.
Angie, when you talk about the average cost going up in terms of just how much Americans are investing into their homes, how much of that is just the sheer amount they're doing, and how much of that is the result of increase in supplies?
It certainly is a combination.
Supplies.
Absolutely. We're certainly seeing a combination effect here. So we're certainly seeing people actually spending outright more dollars. We're seeing them invest in things like outdoor kitchens or kitchen remodeling, things like that. But they're also seeing higher labor costs in addition to supply costs. There have been issues with people being able to get the supplies they need to do some of these projects. So it's really a combination of those three, but underlying there is definitely an increase in the actual consumer demand.
Yeah, that was the interesting thing. When we think about home improvement projects, they don't come without risks. And certainly as we're seeing cases spike here in the holiday season, you guys note that a few projects were cut short here due to concerns around COVID-19, 30% not started or completed as a result of those fears. So talk to me about how important it is in terms of people's views out there to find professionals that might be stressing safety during all of this. I mean, is that top of mind?
Absolutely. About 70% of consumers reported that companies that express what they're doing for safety when it comes to COVID-19 is a decision maker for them, is a part of their criteria. So it's super important, but it's been fascinating over the last 8 months watching these small businesses really pivot and do what they need to make sure that they're not only their employees, but their customers are safe. Right out of the gate, about 90% of companies had put in protective measures for for both employees and customers, whether that's extra PPE, extra cleaning. And I encourage these companies to always be forthcoming with what they're doing, because it's super important for consumers to understand how things are going to happen when someone's in their home.
And you hope it's not just something they're saying and saying that their workers are COVID-free, but also something that they could show up and back up as well. But Angie Hicks, ANGI Homeservices Chief Customer Officer, appreciate you taking the time to join us there. Be well.